Welcome back. As part of the constructive activities of the holy month of Ramadan, Haya Karima, or decent life, and according to the directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, huge campaign to alleviate the difficulties of the low-income brackets and provide the needs of those people in the poorest sections of society, and within the participation of more than 9,000 volunteers. Wasl al-Khair is taking a huge campaign to distribute 350,000 cartons, a 1 million campaign from, like I earlier mentioned, Haya Karima. Of course, this is a very huge step that is going to effect one happy change, one prosperous and rejoicing all sectors of society together. To be shedding more light over this initiative, we're very delighted to be having with us our dear guest, Dr. Amany Hola. She's president of the Egyptian Center for Community Service. Good morning, Dr. Hola.
Good morning.
Happy Ramadan to you.
Happy Ramadan to you and all our viewers.
Our pleasure, same to you. And how do you see President al-Sisi's Decent Life Initiative, the 1 million cartons campaign? Of course, this is one of the many activities that are affiliated to Decent Life, but especially in Ramadan, with fasting in the holy month and all the economic circumstances and the COVID and everything. How do you assess it?
Actually, this campaign, especially this campaign, I'm happy with. Unlike most of the negative ways of supplying people, because we used to have, like sympathetic way of helping people without putting it in a good frame, like digitalization or trying to avoid duplication of the help. So I'm recognizing that they are well recognized, well organized. They trying to avoid the negativities of the other campaigns we used to have for decades. They reach very unreached villages, very far unreached villages, for especially in the Matruh and the Siwa and Toshka. The areas used to be neglected for a long time. I'm happy with that, and also they start to be in cooperation with the based community service organizations there, because they are the best partners you can rely on. They know everybody. They know who is in real need of help.
You said that, like we all know, it's common to everybody that there has been a lot of campaigns prior to this campaign. But what's special about that campaign is that it's, like I earlier said, it's in the midst of the holy month, and it's reaching out to places that are so far and couldn't be covered before.
Yes.
For many reasons. But at the same time, we need to know what is the objectives of this campaign, and whom are they targeting, and what exactly are they providing in the holy month to those sectors in society, and which sectors in society in particular are supposed to be targeted.
You know, we are suffering a lot for a long time from the centralization. People in the centers and the main cities, they used to be able to get the help easily, and unfortunately it creates a negative culture of demanding and asking and trying to, to play with rules to get more benefits. So this time we are going to the people, not waiting for people to come to us. But this is a very positive point, especially the very naive people. They don't even know how to get help. What are the rights? What are the help available for them? This is the special point about this campaign, also especially in the holy month. And I think it's a good start to be in contact with these people and to start to help them in a productive way, not only in just supplying them with some food.
That's very much true. What are the main factors needed for campaigns like that to be successful? Besides, of course, good intention and the support of the state itself, but the volunteers, I mean, what type of volunteers? And are there any personal, support that could be like type of private, in other words, private sector support that could be taken in that particular end?
Of course, the private sector is very important because they know people deeply. They are spreading between the villages. They know more details about people. Papers and the governmental files cannot discover without them. But the main target I hope they can achieve and I hope they can insist in is the digitalization. We need to digitalize everything to avoid the unfair distribution, to avoid intruders to try to maluse the good targets. So I hope we depend more on digitalizations and having one network of all the sectors, not only for the this campaign or any other campaigns, but also with the Ministry of Health to help these people, and especially with chronic disease, with the Ministry of Education to follow up the children in the age of education and to make sure they are already in the schools. But this networking is very, very important, and it will help, and it will make, will let us get the best out of these efforts.
Right. How can this initiative and other initiatives change the face of those poorer areas in Egypt? In what way?
In many ways, especially, people in Egypt are very are very kind and very emotional. But if you go to these people and start to help them, they automatically start to ask that they want to be volunteers. The young youth in these areas, when we go to them, they start to, can we help? How can we help? But you initiate the spirit of giving, not only receiving donations or help. But this is the more important point. And of course, in parallel line, we should start to help them to be productive, to give them not only supplies, but improving their skills, giving them trainings, vocational education, to help them to be productive.
That's true. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi have earlier announced in beginning of the year that this year is going to be the year for civil society, which is very, very important. And he is delivering a message through that announcement. And later on, a union was formed of several societies, in several civil societies was formed. They were selected, highly selected, to be able to stand as a taking a lead role in that particular domain. Talk to us about the importance of civil work for any country, and especially in societies like our societies that have some, like any other country. I mean, there are lower income, especially with the economic crisis everywhere. There are poorer areas and there are needy brackets, and civil work is really, really requested.
History is the best teacher we can learn from. If you recognize most of the developed countries now, if you see their steps and how they improve the community, you will discover the main role of the civil societies, especially, for example, United States. After the Civil War, they have great efforts by the civil society, which helps a lot to improve the community and to accelerate the improvement and achieve the needy people, the most needy people, because we know the people personally. We know the details. We know who is cheating, who is trying to tell lies, and who is really honest and is embarrassed to express his needs. But it's very important to upgrade and to follow up with the civil societies and try to make everything registered to avoid the duplication.
The culture of volunteering is coming back so strong, and even people from many levels of society, not only I mean, and not only a certain category of people like youth, but all people from every age range. How important is that particular, for that particular culture to spread, and how is it going to help enforce and empower civil work?
Actually, yani, it's one of the very strong potentials to help any campaign or any initiative having real honest volunteers. But we have yani, some problems or some misunderstanding with the volunteer work in Egypt. People, they think that I'm helping. Of course, in the beginning, they are very positive and they are very energetic. But later on, they start to feel, busy with other stuff in their lives or whatever, and they don't feel the, what do you call it, it's a must to achieve what I promised with. This is the negative point we are suffering from.
It's a little bit of a stressful sector.
Yes, we have to understand that even our religion, our ethics, that used to tell us that when you tell something, you have to do it. It's like a promise. You have to. It's an honor to be honest and to achieve whatever you promise, even if it's little. So please promise with little stuff, or try to do not too much according to your schedule, but do it. But this is, I'm used to fight with our volunteers. They say, I will do, but I understand that they are very happy with the charity work, but they don't rely to their schedule and try to cooperate with what they can do and not what they are dreaming of doing.
Exactly. On the other hand, what does volunteering add to a volunteer? Is it going to, what type of benefit is he going, I mean, not talking in a material way, but talking about building character, because President Abdel Fattah Sisi also focused over building the Egyptian character. And building the Egyptian character is part and parcel of everything that has been going on with all the governments and the country's initiatives, the nation's initiative in general. Among them is decent life. So how does volunteering, for example, is going to add to the Egyptian character and change it?
Believe me, volunteering work is helping the volunteer more than the people receiving service.
Exactly.
It makes you feel more satisfied and more happy with what you have when you see people much less than you in everything, and are still happy. They are still trying to improve themselves. They are feeling satisfied even if they have 100% of what you have. This is very important for the self-satisfaction and feeling happy about yourself. Second point, you will be deeper in your personality to understand that it's not, life is not just to receive happiness, to do good things for yourself. You have to feel the happiness of doing good things for the others. And it's a different type of happiness. You will, if you gain millions, you will never feel the same like to make somebody happy, to change his life, to save his life from whatever medical wise or social wise or educational wise. It's big difference when you start to be mature and understand how what's the message of being here in this earth, not just to be receiving but to be giving.
At the same time also. Talking also about that type of initiatives, Hayya Karima in particular have achieved a lot of success ever since it had started, but it's also facing some challenges. What type of challenges, like for example, Hayya Karima is facing, or other types of initiatives could be facing in light of all the enforcement and empowerment that is given by the Egyptian administration, but still there could be things that had to be upgraded?
Of course. The first point, unfortunately, is the intruders. People trying to maluse all the benefits they can get.
But I mean, volunteers or people
No,
in charge?
No. The people are
The
receiving.
recipients?
Because when, unfortunately, some of them are trying to use the different names of the family to get the same supply, for example, or try to go to other areas to receive more supplies. So he prevents the people in real need by duplicating the support he gets.
And that's why digitalization is going to be
yes.
one of the solutions.
Yes, but I hope يعني to have a parallel line with this campaign is to make sure everybody has a national ID number, because unfortunately in these areas some people still they don't have it. I hope this will help a lot, and you know, everywhere we have to put the good things and also the punishment of the negative things to stop people trying to do it. But I hope this will stop people if you put strong rules, and to put punishment is very clear if anybody trying to do these negative things, to help the make the best out of the campaign.
Talking also about unifying importance of solidarity, especially in civil work and between civil society, is very important. Unifying their mission, unifying their visions, trying to isolate conflicts and interests. A lot of importance is given to that particular element. How important is it?
This is the most important point. We used to neglect for decades, and we're suffering a lot until now from this point. All ministries should have the same networking about the one national number of a person. Yani, I'm dreaming of when you press a button, you discover all about him, about education, about social help, about his working skills, how to improve him. We should cooperate together. But unfortunately, يعني before, I hope now starting to change, we used to have isolated islands in this point of working with people. But I hope if we change this, we will improve a lot.
Hopefully, inshallah. On that very optimistic note, Dr. Amany Hola, you are the president of the Egyptian Center for Community Service. I'd like to thank you so much and wish you all the best of luck. Thank you for coming. And we're going to go to a short break, and we'll come to continue the breakfast show, so stay with us.